This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. The 2017 National High School Track and Field Championships, all history now. For the most part, Sacs Big Red Machine dominated, but the Tabernacle Baptist Falcons were able to hold their own as well.
Last year in Grand Bahama, QC came in the house. We did our job, they did their job, and at the end of the day, they narrowly got away from us. But here in Nassau, we come into Nassau, we said, you know what, it's our turn to return the favor. We know we had QC in a head choke, but as SAC, I give my kudos to SAC, who doing a good job with their kids, and my kids at the end of the day came up and took over the show and rise to the occasion.
The Family Islands also making some waves at the high school nationals. Among them, Sharika Trico and the North Andros Seminoles.
This is our first time actually receiving a medal in our relays, and I'm very thankful that we got to have this experience. Most of the time, scouts from different places come down, and it gives me a chance to at least show myself to different people and prove myself worthy of receiving a scholarship or a spot on the national team.
This year's Nationals brought to light the need for more accommodation venues here in the capital, and according to Sports Minister Dr. Daniel Johnson, they are in talks to build a sports hotel at the QE Sports Center that can encompass up to 200 rooms.
We have 9 core sports. If you had one once a month, you got 10 times a year, we'd end up with this scenario. Paying major hotels, whereas the students at the Culinary and Hospitality School at the University of Bahamas will be tasked to run this hotel, and we're just looking for a major partner who will brand it for us.
Bahamians making waves on the track and field circuit abroad over the weekend. At the Hurricane Invitational, Danica Brown won the women's 100-meter hurdles in 13.79. She was also second in the 100 in 11.77. Charisma Taylor won the women's triple jump with a best of 40 feet 2 1/4 inches. She was also fourth in the 100 hurdles in 14.31 and ninth in the long jump, soaring 18 feet a half inch. Deja Moss in the long jump as well, finishing fourth, a best of 18 feet 10 inches. Moss also in the high jump. She and fellow Bahamian Celine Thompson tied for fifth, clearing 5.3. In the men's high jump, Ryan Ingram fourth, clearing 6.6 3/4. Meantime, in the men's 200, Anthony Adderley seventh there in 21.55. At the Bulls Invitational, Michael Matthew won the sprint double, taking the 100 in 10.29 and the deuce in 20.85. Alfred Higgs also in those two events. He was third in the century, 10.50, and eighth in the 200, 21.94. Shaquania Dorset, she won the women's 800, 216.57. As for Malik Stewart, he was victorious in the shot put, 53 1 3/4. He was also sixth in the discus, 154 and 11 inches. The NCAA Swimming Championships came to a close over the weekend. Texas sophomore Joanna Evans, fourth in the B final of the 200-yard freestyle, 144.42. She was also seventh in the 1650 free, 1554.56. From the college hardwood, the Texas Longhorns into the Sweet 16 of the women's NCAA tournament. They won over NC State yesterday, 84-80. LaShawn Higgs had 12 points. As for the men's NCAA tournament, 2 Bahamians going head-to-head yesterday, with Dwight Colby and the Kansas Jayhawks moving into the Sweet 16 with a 90-70 win over Lou Rawls Tum Tum Nairn and the Michigan State Spartans. Colby finished up with 3 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal. Tum Tum had 2 rebounds and an assist. Buddy Hield and the Sacramento Kings on court last night against the San Antonio Spurs. Buddy finishing up 8 for 14 from the field and 2 of 3 from behind the three-point arc. He had 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, but the Kings would go down 118-102. Buddy and the Kings back on the floor again on Wednesday against the Milwaukee Bucks. The Montague foreshore buzzing with activity over the weekend. We get more on that from Julian Gibson.
Benson, after 2 days of sailing in the Long Island Special Challenge Cup fundraising regatta, Leslie Bussy Roll, he won the Best Skipper Award.
We started with lady units, and we were victorious there. Come out with Revelation, and we got a third there. And I pick up with 5 points up with the cat, catch the cat. I think that was pretty easy for us.
When you summarize the whole weekend, how did it go for you?
It was pretty successful with us. We had a lot of fun, and like I say, always enjoy raising funds for the Long Island guys.
Now for organizers, they were simply impressed with the turnout Saturday and Sunday at the Montague Foreshores.
Like my dad told me, he's still alive at 79, and him and a few other people started the Long Island Regatta back in 1967. And he said, he tells his son, all you have to do is work hard and do what you have to do and help out, do mind other people. Everybody ain't gonna help. All you gotta do is do your part, and everything in life will be a success. And that's why the Long Island Regatta is so successful today, because we have a lot of help, and people, they are sincere, and they come out and they support and they do their part.
Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Julian Gibson.
Congratulations going out to Buzzy Roll on winning the Best Skipper Award. He beat out Stephen Knowles, who finished up in second.
They had some complications in all the races, really. Bad starts, and hooked up, just some bad breaks. But they did well. They still came back and got second. Last year, I think I must have got about 8.
Now, when the real Long Island Regatta comes around, Stephen Knowles will be back aboard the Whitty K, and he says, watch out.
You got to be on your game to beat that Whitty K. 4 races. You might be the 1 or 2 races, but 4 races is very hard. The Susan Chase, I still have some things to do. We're still sailing with pre-walk-in sales that got, pretty dinged up. But I haven't made up my mind yet. I might dress up with some new clothes before Long Island too. I just ain't quite made up my mind. But depending on what happens in Georgetown, I might decide to get some new clothes. And I'm talking about real good stuff, from the best in the world.
And that'll do it for sports. Stay tuned, check on weather still to come.